Welcome to the Football Exponential podcast. I'm joined by Frank today.
Hi, Jika. Hi, guys. Hi, listeners. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Voice Motion Show. We're happy to have you join us today.
Yeah, for our listeners, please smash the like button and subscribe. Um, Drop your comments. Frank, let's quickly go with the like we promised our audience. We're going to touch on the today. We are analyzing the transfer window as regards the clubs. What do you think? Liverpool, what grade do you give them as regards their transfer dealings?
So I have the number here. I think I'm going to give them. I have them at 9, but I'm going to give them. I'm going to take them back to number 8. I think the last minute failure to get Gray might it could cost them a lot. I know they spent over 450 million pounds, which is a Premier League record at this point in time. They obviously got Isak, Ekitike from your vets, Frimpong, Cherki. But I still feel in the span of that team, they'll still be reliant on the Gravenbergs, Konate, Van Dijk. Those three guys are still going to be key for them. But again, like it's it's hard. It's always hard to grade the window when you spend that much. I think that you spent much on quality players. You know what I mean? So you've got they signed the player of the year from German from the Bundesliga last year, and the guy who won it again this year. I have Isaac, who's only been outscored by Salah and Erling Haaland in the last two Premier League seasons. So that's a serious firepower. But it's still like you see, we talked on Arsenal on the last when we did this on the last as grading, or we give them because Arsenal had stability. Like they didn't lose anybody. They added key players. They've improved on certain areas. But when you've made so many changes to win Liverpool have had, I'm not just signing but players that need to start. Because you don't tell Isaac and put him on the bench. You don't sign Pogo, put him on the bench. So they need. I think it puts a lot of pressure on the manager to figure it out quickly. And when with the Premier League being so competitive as it is, it could be an issue going forward for them. But again, they've signed some really good players. And if they can get them to all work function together, it could be courteous for the Premier League. Like
Yeah, I feel personally maybe I gave them an A minus. The reason why I give them an A minus, they did very solid signings, wins. They spent much more than I expected. They signed wins, they signed Frimpong. They brought back their goalkeeper who they signed like a year ago, and they
um
signed the KTK. Yeah, well, how do you pronounce his name?
um the striker I call him Mugo. I'm sorry.
So they brought back. I have to let that they brought back their goalkeeper and then they signed a KTK who outperformed. We were a big KTK fan. I wasn't really, well. He's proved you right and proved me wrong. He was your best striker going into the summer. He was
I
just
was
your best striker.
when
Yeah.
when it was linked to Chelsea, I was all in. I was like, I've never been more all in on a player Chelsea have been linked to before. But I didn't care how much it cost to just get that player at Chelsea. But unfortunately, we didn't get him. And funny enough, it's funny how it works. But we got Joao Pedro, who I'm very pleased with him so far. I think he's also shown good levels. But I think if we would have gotten two of them,
Yeah, it would have been. And I felt KTK so much performed, though it's beginning of the season, that I still feel strongly. To me, maybe I hope to be proven right. I felt Guehi to me was a better signing for them than getting a sack, and this is what I think. So now, if you look at Liverpool, they have Konate, they have Van Dijk. After that is Joe Gomez and maybe some other player. They
also
step down.
they signed the Italian teenager
Yeah,
from.
but he's still a young player. So I would have preferred them to get Guehi and pair him with Konate in preparation of Van Dijk. He has 2 years contract
Exactly what I was
now,
thinking.
leaving. Because if you ask me, if I was Guehi, I would have preferred to go on a free transfer. It didn't make sense for me. It just made sense for the owner. I said it, I told you, if I'm the coach, I'm not letting him go. I don't care. I'll rather walk out. Because first of all, you look at how good they've started this season. They've started very, very well. Then how do you change that for 35 million? That 35 million you want to get from him might be the difference from you winning. You understand what I'm trying to say? Finishing. So with the way they started, if they tell you they're going to end up playing in Europe next season, you are not going to doubt it. They're starting well. So you left it too late. Tottenham offered you 60 million, or Newcastle offered you 60 million. You didn't sell him. Maybe if you had sold him, you wouldn't have won the FA Cup. But enjoy the FA Cup or enjoy playing in Europe and keep him, because there's no how they would have lost him. I just felt it was stupid for them to have sold him. If they wanted to sell it, they could have sold him beginning of the summer before during the World Cup Championship, but they didn't do that. So it didn't make sense for me. Then he plays regularly to the World Cup. But to me, the club I should think, if I'm him, the club I should think about going to, I was thinking that I wonder why they didn't make a move was Bayern Munich. I'm looking at next summer, I'm going to Bayern Munich, make more money, because I feel Bayern are likely to pay him more than Liverpool, because they pay very good salary. Bayern pays very, very well than Liverpool. He wins some league titles. I don't know. They both are big clubs. Maybe Liverpool is a bigger club. It depends on how you see
You
it. But
say, yeah, you're right. You say Bayern Munich, but not even just Bayern Munich, like even Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah, but if they could, yeah. But I would rather leave it and go as a free agent, because now I have so many calls that are calling him, that are calling me. So I felt he was a better, because if you look at how much they signed this time, you're looking at 140. I could have got, because at the same time, you look at Gakpo. Yes, you can say Ekitike is going to play on the left. Is he an improvement of Gakpo? It depends on how. I'm not really a Gakpo fan. You are very high on Gakpo. I'm not really, but he can play on the left. But I feel that also, Salah is getting older. Who replaces Salah in that position? Who plays that Salah? Who plays? Okay, you have Rio. Rio. Oh, I forgot they have Rio, which is a very good talent. Because I was thinking about so many things. I was thinking about Malik Fofana, because I've been watching Malik Fofana. I've been so impressed. I watched their last game against, was it Marseille, or was, yeah, it was Marseille. He got injured in the first half. He's very, very good. He
Well,
he
yeah, I think because I think what this also signals like, okay, this is already they're preparing for post Salah era Liverpool. And I won't be surprised if at some point in the next year he gets an offer from a Saudi club or whatever. Also, at the same time, if you look at the business, the pieces they have, it all fits in. If you say you change the formation, for example, say you change it to what like Amorim has done at United, where you can play three attackers in the middle, Ekitike, Isak, Wirtz, you get your wing backs, Frimpong, Kekes, got your centre backs. It all adds up there. But again, I think in terms of firepower, I think they have the strongest firepower in European football right now.
I know, I know, I know.
If it, like,
But
and this is to add to Salah. So if Salah can play at half the level it was last season, which was an incredible season. But if you can get
no,
at
but but the,
half of
but the,
that,
but the problem is all of you rave about Liverpool. I told you before that I felt Arsenal this season is do they have to win it now. I understand Liverpool's strength, but I don't still. I'm yet to see how
affect them.
Alexander Arnold affects them, because Arnold was very, very integral to that team, right? That's one, he helped them with control. Then two, you have a KTK and you have Isak. It takes away from Salah. If you watch even before Isak makes his debut, the team is slipping away from a Salah team. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Is before the end of the season, it's going to be clear that he's slipping away now, because Salah has not been known for the number of assists he gives. Now, Isak is not is an all player. Is a People will tell you he's a complete player, but he's not also known for the assists or chances he creates. He's known for his finishing. I remember having a word with you. I told you, in as much as Newcastle lost Isak, I feel they will be all right. And you asked me why do I think so? I said because if you look at Isak, Isak is a better player than Wisa. Yes, but for finishing, Wissa is good. I don't know. I won't really say Wissa is an underrated finisher. He had a very one good season last season. Given by that last season, he's a very, very good finisher. Now, if Anthony Gordon and Elanga play to their best, I see Newcastle being a very solid team, but that's a big if Anthony Gordon and Elanga play. That's a big if. Now back to Liverpool. You don't expect Isak to be creating chances. He's going to create chances with the runs. He knows how to run behind the back line. He's the only player that I've seen that gave Konate and then Saliba. No, it was not even Konate. Van Dijk and Saliba, like last season, he destroyed the both of them. Yes, but now if he becomes so good, he can take away from Salah, except Salah realizes I have to stop scoring and maybe create chances or give assists, which I don't think he's going to do at this his age right now. So I think he's going to take away something from them. Let's see how they proceed with that. Let's go with to City. I give City a C plus. I gave Chelsea C plus. I gave United C minus. I give City C plus. Why do I give City C plus? They made a very they spent a lot of money again this season. They signed Cherki. I'm a huge Cherki fan. I'm so sad I've been denied his services for like two months now. I'm going to be denied his services. I won't watch him for like 2 months. I'm a huge Cherki fan. Ed Nori is good, but he's more of a wing back defensively. He's not all that good. And you look at they've signed Donnarumma. If I'm James Trafford, I'm thinking, what did I just do? But he's still young. He's going to play. But now the problem I have with City, why I don't, is that I don't know why Pep have refused to accept that they have a problem in central midfield. I don't care how Rodri was. I don't care how good Rodri was. Even if Rodri was playing now, they would have had that problem because they've been found out. Even if Rodri was still the world best or whatever, they need that physical presence. You look at Liverpool, one of the reasons why I wasn't really excited with Wayne's signing is because of Siboslai. I've always praised Siboslai. He wins
Super fair.
one on one, he wins knockdown, he wins 50-50 chances. You see in the center of the field, they don't have that sort
And
of player.
he covers a lot of ground, wins duels. I think he's again. You talk about underrated players. I think Sibosa is in that conversation as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Both
yeah.
both
City
both
doesn't have
skills.
that sort of player, and he didn't sign it. So what do you think? What do you how do you rate their summer signing?
I'm just looking at it on my notes. So out of the clubs we've covered so far, I think City have the lowest number for me. I give them a five. Despite no, hear me out. Despite signing like they signed exciting players, Cherki, Reijnders, but none of them solve the issue they have in that team. They're still weak at fullback positions. Like if your options are right back are Rico Lewis and Nunes, that's not good enough. And I said that you have to rely on John Stones. So historically has never played more than anywhere close to 30 Premier League games. So he breaks down a lot. Ruben Diaz, I don't at this moment in time, I don't
No,
think
he's
he
not.
can measure. I don't think he can measure anywhere near the best centre backs in the league. So you're stuck with Kusanov, who's still young. He's very quick. I think he can do a job somewhere. But they lost Akanji left on loan. Ake is still Ake. I don't know what level he's at. The other guy, Guardiol, he looks. I think he looks better at left back, or City look better with him at left back than at centre back. So there's massive questions there in midfield. Like Rodri has started
And
better
John
than
Stones
last
have
season.
lost a lot of speed. John Stones has
No,
lost a lot of speed. Did you
no,
did you watch the goal they conceded? I did not see him in the back line. Was it the second
it's
goal? Who scored the
the
second
second.
goal for
No,
Brighton?
the second goal. Gruda. Like if you
It,
watch
it
the
was Gruda. It was Gruda. It was Gruda who scored the second goal. I didn't see him. I kept playing the. Was it the person tracking back in the? I just did. I was like, "Where's John Stones?"
no, he pushed like if you pause the you just freeze the frame while you're watching it and in the build up to the goal and look at where every Man City defender in that back four were. It, like it's probably one of the
And who lost the ball? Was it Fernandez who lost the knock? It was somebody who lost the. Normally John Stones is on his
Yeah,
position,
yeah.
so you are not supposed to lose that ball because when it bounces, you are in danger. And I think it was Nunes, the guy from Wolves, that lost that ball, and he went.
No, I'm not quite sure. But if you look at where they were in terms of that positioning, the left back was nowhere to be found. The two centre backs were the gap between the two centre backs was crazy. So it's the defending in the last two Premier League games has been a worry. But again, they still it is what it is. But midfield, I think midfield is where they will struggle. Like they have, like you talked about, supposed like Chelsea have Caicedo, Arsenal have Declan Rice, and Odegaard, who is a creative player, but he puts a lot of work off the ball. And I think, like, I'm surprised that City have not just say, you know what, forget all these things, forget what we're doing. 100 million on a Caicedo type of player, like a guy that's just there. All you have to do is kick people's shins when you lose the ball, fouls and tackles. That's your MO. We don't need you for creativity. We don't need you for passing. Just if you lose the ball, foul. Lose the ball, foul and tackles. They need a Fernandinho. And I know Rodri is good on the ball, but Rodri is coming off an ACL injury. He's not any younger. So how I think the more you think about City's business, the more it looks clear. Like it looks like this is no longer Pep Guardiola's team, and nothing says that more clearly than the Donnarumma signing. No, this is not
Yeah,
Pep's
yeah,
team.
yeah. They're desperate,
Because
and
it's not even this. It's just because if you remember clearly when Pep first came to the Premier League, one of his first decisions was to jettison
the
Joe Hart
heart.
out of that team.
Yeah,
He,
yeah, yeah,
he,
yeah,
he
yeah.
clearly said he's not good enough to play football for my team. Clearly said it. He gets in Bravo. Bravo was not good enough. Brings in Ederson. No matter what you think about Ederson as a goalkeeper or as a traditional goalkeeper, but as a defender as a centre back, sorry, as a goalkeeper for a Pep Guardiola team, when he sees the goalkeeper as the first playmaker in his team, he was excellent. But if you bring a guy like Donnarumma, who's again, a lot of people disagree. He's had a good season. But I was looking at the statistics just now before we started recording. Do you know how many clean sheets he kept in League One last season?
So how many?
Five.
Five clean sheets?
Five
That's
clean sheets in
poor.
League One. In 25 appearances, five clean sheets. If you look at his save percentage, it's average at best. So it will be interesting to watch because I don't know how they go about it. But again, it's just like there's a lot there that I don't like. Like Mamouche is a good player, but I don't think Mamouche is not a left winger. Oscar Bob is a fantastic player, but again, he's not a killer
No,
because
Oscar shouldn't be starting for City. There's no how Oscar
and
should be.
if it's not Oscar, then it's obviously going to be Foden. Foden, I don't know. Foden didn't play this weekend. I don't know what's happening with Foden. It was Savinho, Doku. They have a
No,
lot of
they've
attacking
they've,
players.
they've
It's and I feel the big miss is still going to be Kevin De Bruyne. When you lose a player like Kevin De Bruyne, one of the greatest Premier League players, and you don't. People say Cherki is the replacement for De Bruyne, but you know what? He will have to play to an amazing level to be anywhere to even replicate half of what KDB did for that team. The creativity, it's so I think five might sound a bit harsh, but I think of all the top six teams, I think they are the team that has the most questions around them in terms of from the goalkeeping, midfield, defense, and the wide players in attack. I think they have a lot to figure out.
Frank, the network is really bad. I think we have to end it. I don't know. Oh, thanks for our viewers. Let's quickly. We're having technical problem. Let's try and work on it. We'll be right back.